what are some misconceptions that you feel people have about your culture/heritage? Who would like to start? You? I'd like to start. Okay.
All right. There are a ton of myths about Jews. We're all wealthy bankers, lawyers, stuff like that. We have horns. Yeah, I've heard that one before. Just tons and tons of myths. We're trying to take over the world. Protocols of Zion. It's horrendous. I'm so sick and tired of people coming up to me and asking me, am I wealthy because I'm a Jew? No, I'm here on scholarship. I honestly can't believe people are sometimes ignorant enough to go on these stereotypes. It completely is out of my mindset that people can think a whole culture is the same. Whole people are the same. That every Jew has a big nose, brown hair, brown eyes. Yeah, I've got none of that. So I'm so tired of the misconceptions of my culture that comes with my culture being Jewish. Being Israeli, they think I'm loud. Not really. Well, I can be sometimes, but not really. They think that I know everything about the Middle East and the situations, and no, all the Israelis are very confused over there too, just as much as American Jewry. So the misconceptions are just ridiculous about cultures today.
The misconceptions within the Latino culture, or that are oppressed against the Latino culture, a lot of that everyone's on welfare, that we're all poor, that we're all Mexican, that we all have green cards, and it's these stereotypes that don't allow people to get to know who you are. You're already pre-labeled before they speak to you. Or like I went to a very multicultural high school, and there were a lot of Hispanics and a lot of Latinos, and people looked and oh, I guess you fit in with them. Or like I was in advanced placement classes, and there weren't that many Latinos who were in those classes, so I was pinpointed as an outsider. Why are you in this class? Are you full Puerto Rican? Are you mixed? Things with appearance. Or I've heard people say, are your parents involved in drug trafficking because we're Hispanic? And it's just a lot of misconceptions that lead into labels that really don't allow anyone to be themselves or to express themselves. I know some Latinos that are on IUP's campus who sit in a classroom and don't say anything because they feel that individuals have already labeled them, or they're scared to express themselves because they feel that people are going to have comments or have an idea of who they are already, and it's nothing like that. And a lot of people do they follow these misconceptions, and they're not true at all.
Yeah, I do remember that one misconception we had in our class about Hispanic and Latino. Like a lot of people just think that they're both the same.
Well, a lot of misconceptions for like African women is, the first thing is, can you braid? Can you braid like the girls in the shop, the African women in the shop? Yeah, I can braid, but it's still like, don't walk up on me and say, can you braid? Like, I'm not gonna do your hair. Or they'll ask me, can you cook like they can cook? In our cultures, yeah, we do a lot of things with our hands, and we're cooking at young ages, so we know how to do these things, and we have to do our hair because we can't afford for somebody else to sit in the shop and do our hair. So yeah, we're kind of handy, but for like it just to be a view that all Africans do it, it's just really wild. Like, do I walk up to you and say, can you play the saxophone? Can you play the piano? Like, I don't do that, so don't walk up to me and say, can you braid? Can you do my hair? Or can you stitch an outfit for me together? Like, I'm not a little funky John.
Misconceptions. Well, going off of what Carlos said, I can talk about Latin women. Since you're a man. But yeah, there are lots of misconceptions about Latin women. as soon as people find out that I'm Latin, it's just, oh gosh, as soon as there's like an argument or a problem, oh, she's gonna start to get loud. She's gonna start to speak Spanish when she's mad. I'm like, what? No, I speak perfect English. Or they just think other things like, I don't know, like all Latin women are gonna have a bunch of little kids, or they can cook, or they, just stuff like that that's not necessarily true. Like it really is just, I think I break most of the stereotypes, so I'm just like, nope, I don't do that. No. So like a lot of my friends, if there's like, sometimes like if there was an argument and like I start getting loud, oh, well, there goes the Latina, or blah, blah, I'm like, oh my God. And they just, oh, are you gonna speak Spanish? Actually, I speak English when I'm arguing. I don't resort to Spanish. So it's really frustrating that they put a label on all Latin women and how they're supposed to act, how they do act.
Mostly the misconceptions I heard many times about Liberian or African men are that all of them have 5 or 10 wives at once. In some country, it's true, it depends on if you're a king or wealthy person or how it goes, but mainly in Africa, men do not really go out, like a lot of people say African men that have 5 wives, which one is 35 and the younger one is like 18, 19, another case. Meaning in Africa, we all men work very hard for what they want and what they want in life. But when it comes to wives, we don't like going out looking for 5 wives or try to born 20 kids at the same time. That's wrong. So people out there, please do your research correctly, and when you are talking about African or other cultures pertaining to wife or husband.
And a real sad part is that these misconceptions that we have in our society about our cultures and our heritage are brought to light through individuals in our cultures. I feel that it's sad that these misconceptions are alive to the point where you have individuals in, like, let's say, in the Latino world, you have George Lopez, a comedian, who makes money of joking about these misconceptions, and it's kind of like we can joke about it, and his audience is mostly Latinos, but then it's kind of negative when other individuals joke about it. And I think just that whole concept, how someone who is of our culture, of my culture, can joke about it and make money off of it, it shows that it's hugely, it's a big thing in our society that these misconceptions are used to label people, and that people do believe, that one person's actions label everyone. Like, I've had several girlfriends who are going to date a Latino male, and they're looked at as, oh, he's going to beat you, or he's going to be abusive. So I feel that a lot of these misconceptions are being used and brought into light by the wrong people, and then as well as people in our culture who see how big these misconceptions are used in our society, so they're making money off of it, and then also kind of backing those misconceptions up.
Yeah, also going along with the examples, the Madoff scandal. Madoff is a Jew. Madoff ripped off tons of people. And now look at how people are viewing Jews again with the whole money situation, that we're all wealthy and we're all trying to rip people off, steal their money. It's really unfair that one person in a culture can affect the rest of the people. I can't explain how annoying it is.
Okay, you just want to pause it for a second because you guys have been speaking.
We're waiting on you.
Our next question is, how do you deal with oppression?
I can start. Well, I deal with oppression by